A poor man named Akil Lakant, who is viewed as a failure by his family and friends, is the movie's main character. To cover the costs of his sick father's medical care, he toils relentlessly in the advertising sector for a pitiful wage. He juggles multiple assignments while still finding time for his long-term partner Sakshi. At a park, Akil makes her a marriage proposal one day. Sakshi enthusiastically responds yes, but she also stipulates that her strict father must concur. Akil is a little upset by this, but he still chooses to visit him. Mahesh, Sakshi's father, has a severe obsession with money and will do whatever to save as much as he can. When Akil approaches Sakshi for her hand in marriage, the avaricious man vehemently declines. As long as he is alive, he says, he won't permit his daughter to wed a struggling individual like Akil. Dejected, Akil seeks solace from his best friend Jugnu. He feels better after talking with them for a bit. Jugnu even offers to go with Akil to the hospital to visit his father. When the two friends arrive, they run across Raju, Akil's grandfather, who is acting and dancing around with a nurse. Also, they overheard him confessing that he was faking illness in order to take advantage of the hospital's 5-star hotel-like amenities. Akil approaches his father after being taken aback and brands him a liar. He has begun to question whether the man is actually his biological father. Interestingly, Raju's admission that they are not blood relatives confirms his suspicions. At an early age, Akil's biological father left him and his mother. Raju once ran across them in a train that was later involved in an accident. The mother died in the crash, but he and Akil survived. Raju adopted Akil when the Indian government gave a significant payment to the families of the deceased. His main goal was to get paid, nothing else. Akil is shocked and furious after learning all of this, so he beats the man before going back home. In the following scene, while complaining to Jugnu about his miserable existence, Akil discovers a chest in his home that he had never before seen. He discovers a locket with their photos on it, as well as love notes from his true father to his mother inside. In a surprising turn of events, it is discovered that Bangkok-based Indian billionaire Panalal Johri is actually Akil's father. He recently went unexpectedly, leaving a $30 billion enormous estate behind without any obvious heirs. While Akil is happy to receive the $30 billion property, he is saddened by the death of his biological father. He believes that God has now finally treated him fairly. Akil takes a flight to Bangkok to attend his father's wake after celebrating with Jugnu. He meets Sheikh, Mr. Johri's attorney, there. Akil doesn't waste any time claiming to be Mr. Johri's long-lost son and to be entitled to the billionaire's wealth. Sheikh accepts his explanation even though he presents proof. This is due to Akil's striking resemblance to his late mother. Before she died in the train disaster, Sheikh had met her quite a few times. Sheikh gives some dire news after the introductions are finished. He says that because the late billionaire transferred all of his holdings to someone else before he passed away, Akil is not the rightful heir to the Johri empire. The identity of the special someone is subsequently revealed to be Mr. Johri's devoted puppy, Entertainment. Akil is horrified and will not believe that his father would leave all of his possessions to a dog. Sheikh consoles him and tells him that Mr. Johri regretted leaving his family and sought to find his son when Akil's mother passed away. Yet when Akil was unable to be located, he became depressed. He attempted to do the unthinkable one day, but the dog and Entertainment stopped him. Beginning on that day, the two developed a tight relationship. Sheikh also requests Akil to refrain from calling Entertainment a dog. He says Mr. Johri never viewed Entertainment as an animal and always regarded him as his son. Akil begins cursing his fate in his distress. He thinks that whatever God provides him, he will inevitably mess it up. Jugnu will soon take a flight to Bangkok in an effort to join Akil in living the high life. He is shocked to learn about the dog from his best friend, though. Akil makes the decision to give up and muses on going home to India. Jugnu, however, stops him and warns him that if he goes back to India without anything, he will never be able to wed Sakshi. He suggests that Akil kill the dog and reclaim his property instead. Initially apprehensive, the latter eventually decides to accept for the benefit of his future. After that, Akil goes to Sheikh and asks to be given responsibility for the dog. It is the least he deserves, he claims. Fortunately for him, Sheikh consents, but Akil is chosen to serve as Entertainment's personal maid rather than the caretaker. Nonetheless, he and Jugnu begin formulating a strategy to eliminate the beast. They turn to a book titled 500 Ways to Kill by Accident for guidance. They try to electrocute Entertainment first by using the refrigerator in the kitchen. The dog, however, foils their strategy and electrocutes them instead. The following day, the two pals use a female dog to lure him into the jungle with the intention of feeding him to animals there. Entertainment manages to mislead them and safely make it back home, but Akil ends up tripping and hurting himself. The two pals attempt to poison Entertainment once more, but the perceptive golden retriever always outsmarts them. Jugnu and Akil discover two brothers, Karan and Arjun, who are Mr. Jory's second cousins throughout their numerous unsuccessful attempts. The action then shifts to the central prison, where Arjun and Karan are being detained for planning to murder Mr. Jory. It turned out that they intended to occupy his property. Every time, though, Entertainment intervened and defended his master. The brothers devise an early escape plan, even though they are about to finish their sentences and will be released in 2 days so that they can celebrate Arjun's birthday outside. The stepbrothers carry out their scheme effectively and escape. Nevertheless, due to the silly younger brother Arjun's error, they are unable to board their getaway train in the final stage. They are ultimately apprehended and returned to their cell. The two argue out of frustration, and Karan almost strikes his younger brother. Arjun becomes upset by this and questions whether Karan even cares about him. Even though they are stepbrothers, the latter too becomes upset and assures Arjun that he loves him without conditions. In their detention cell, the two later make amends and celebrate Arjun's birthday. When they find out that Mr. Jory passed away recently, the festivities take a positive turn. When Sakshi and her avaricious father Mahesh learn about Akil's affluent father, they too board a flight to Bangkok. They get at his home right away to see Sheikh. Mahesh is shocked by the wealth within the home and offers his daughter to the Jory Empire's heir right away. Sheikh is understandably perplexed and resists the notion, but Sakshi is able to persuade him by outlining their lengthy history. Soon after Akil and Entertainment show there, Mahesh realizes that the dog has truly received the entirety of Mr. Jory's inheritance. He walks out with his daughter in a fury. Akil cries out for a chance, but Mahesh scolds him for falling short to a dog. Karan and Arjun also arrive in the midst of the exchange and stand back to observe. They are heartbroken to discover of Akil's involvement and opt to concentrate their efforts on getting rid of him because they believe the dog will pass away in a few years anyhow. In the meantime, Jugnu and Akil come up with a new scheme to attack Entertainment. They have a plan to murder the dog, this time in Thailand's hilly snow-white arena, a frozen lake. The next morning, Akil takes Entertainment to the lake and instructs him to retrieve a ball across the incredibly thin ice. Akil smacks the ice after Entertainment agrees, and a big crack begins to follow the dog. Akil receives another blow as Karan and Arjun appear behind him and fall to the ground. To Akil's surprise, Entertainment makes a sharp U-turn and sprints towards his direction. Then, the astute golden retriever leaps at Akil and shoves him away from the danger. However, it instead falls into the icy lake during the procedure. As soon as Akil realizes that Entertainment gave his life to save him, he immediately regrets what he did. He begins feverishly beating the ice with his bare hands in an attempt to locate the dog. Unfortunately, the dog is not to be found. Akil is devastated, sobbing, and begins to curse himself when suddenly Entertainment jumps out of the water. Akil can now sigh with relief as a result. Afterwards, he offers his late father's portrait as condolences before permanently leaving the estate. The next scene shows Karan and Arjun confronting Sheikh as they enter the mansion with their attorneys. They assert that the Entertainment, a private limited company founded by Mr. Jory in collaboration with Karan and Arjun a number of years ago, is the true owner of the Jory Empire. The brothers are the only owners of the business now that the elderly guy has passed away. Sheikh disagrees, claiming that Mr. Jory only mentions his dog, Entertainment, in his bequest, not the business. Karan and Arjun disagree, claiming that Mr. Jory doesn't use the word in the will. Regrettably, the judge decides in favor of the brothers after the issue is dragged out in court. Karan and Arjun promptly drive the dog out of the mansion following their victory. Sheikh is devastated by the occurrence and nearly gives up hope, but Akil and Jugnu come back after hearing about the court decision at the airport. Akil promises to return the property to Entertainment. His plan is to split and conquer the two brothers. To do this, Akil first wins their trust by defending them from the onslaught of Entertainment and his dog companions. He then exploits this opportunity to secure himself a job of a servant at the mansion. One day, Sakshi calls Akil to let him know that her father is attempting to arrange for her to marry an NRI. Concerned, Akil sets up some fictitious documents and uses them to persuade Mahesh that he has finally inherited Mr. Jory's fortune. After getting that out of the way, Akil devises a scheme to divide the two brothers by getting them to fall in love with Sakshi. The strategy succeeds, and the brothers wind up standing up for her. They finally resolve their differences, though, and choose to send Sakshi on her way. Akhil plans to take advantage of Karan and Arjun's other weakness, their fear of ghosts, after his first attempt fails. Sheik appears at the mansion one evening to inform the brothers that Entertainment died from famine and that his ghost will visit them. The brothers are further terrified as Akhil goes on to tell them tales of a haunting animal. Entertainment scares the living daylights out of them that evening by posing as a ghost. The next day, Akhil runs into Karan and tells him there isn't a ghost. Everything was planned by his brother so that he could scare Karan away and take possession of the property all by himself. Akhil then goes to Arjun and says the same thing to him. Jugnu covertly captures the entire confrontation between the brothers on a CD after they later confront each other. The brothers accidentally admit during their argument that they bought the judge's favor in order to win the property lawsuit. After getting the entrance, though, Jugnu drops the CD by accident, and the brothers discover that someone has been recording their talk. Thankfully, Entertainment quickly locates the CD before they can obliterate the proof. The others then emerge along with Akhil. The brothers are enraged and threaten to deal with him by sending their goons after him. The dog is then pursued for a considerable amount of time throughout the city. Akhil steps in and fights the thugs alone as they get near to him. Despite beating them, Karan and Arjun chase the dog to a stadium. They are going to hit the unfortunate animal there when Akhil shows up again and stops them. A protracted fight ensues, during which Karan shoots Akhil, but Entertainment deflects the bullet by leaping in front of him. Because of this, Akhil becomes enraged and brutally attacks both Karan and Arjun. As Sakshi discovers that Entertainment is still breathing and that he needs quick medical assistance, he then continues to shoot the brothers but eventually lets them go. As Akhil hears this, he frantically races through Bangkok's crowded streets carrying the dog till he reaches a hospital. The surgeons take out the bullets there, but Entertainment's heart doesn't react in any way. Akhil is devastated, so he begins to sob and even strikes the dog in anger, accusing him of being unfaithful. To Akhil's delight, the punch turns on Entertainment's heart, bringing him back to life. The dog is taken back to the Johri estate once he has recovered fully. There, Mahesh shows up and agrees to Akhil's proposal of marriage, telling Sakshi she would be fortunate to marry such a kind-hearted man. At the same time, Karan and Arjun arrive to make amends, and Entertainment decides to accept their requests for forgiveness. In the final scene, Akhil and Sakshi get married while busting out some dance moves to a classic Bollywood song. Entertainment also hooks up with a female dog, and the entire cast joins them on a group dance. The movie ends with the two couples living happily ever after.